So I'm not a fridge repair guy, but I bought this fridge for 40 bucks. I'm gonna try to fix it. It is a Kenmore Elite dual zone wine fridge. I don't drink wine, but come on, 40 bucks. Compressor's kicking on. I think it's low on Freon. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use to try to recharge the refrigerant in it. This stuff is a replacement for R134A. It's just propane and butane mixed together inside of this can. The can is a piercing valve, so you screw it onto there, and then you tighten that thing down, and it puts a needle through the top of the can, and then you can never unscrew the can from there, or else all the refrigerant will leak out. This is a gauge I put onto this thing, so hopefully it's not leaking through the threads there. Use some blue Loctite on those threads, so we'll see if that works. Over here is the bullet piercing valve. This is what's gonna tap into the closed loop, or whatever you call it. Here is a quick coupler and a quick coupler fitting, and the quick coupler fitting screws onto the bullet piercing valve, and then this thing just snaps on and off of that. Then I'll unscrew that from the piercing valve when I'm done with it. I've never done this before, and we're gonna see if it works. And if you were wondering, this gauge can measure all the way from a -100 all the way up to retard.
Stuck on the moon yet again. Oh well, wish we could go to Earth. Too bad we can't.
Alright, so this is the best place I had to put the piercing valve on. Here's the little coil, a capillary tube, or whatever the hell they call it. I don't know. So I got this thing tightened on. You know it's tightened on when you can put a flashlight back there and you can't see any light coming through the gaps of the two halves. And also the screws bottom out. But also had to take some of this crap off because it was around both of these tubes. I don't know why I'm nervous right now, but okay. I did it. Did you see the gauge move? I'm gonna go back and watch the footage. Okay, well that was cool. I just went back and looked at the footage and I watched the needle drop. So, 2. It's probably a good idea to try to get a good angle. I don't know. It's gonna be hard because I gotta hold the fucking bottle upside down. Wait another 5 minutes and see what happens. Listen. I don't know if you could hear it, but there's like the sound of liquid pouring or something coming out of there. Definitely didn't have that before. Another thing is, I actually feel heat on this tube now. Before, all the tubes were just room temperature. Now this tube's hot. We actually appear to have something has occurred. Red Bull. Just sitting here hanging out with this fridge, seeing how it's doing. So I just turned off the fridge because it's been running for a while, but the compressor never kicked off. So just watching the gauge slowly climbing back up. Thing says low side pressure should be at 90 psi. So I think that means it should go up to 90 psi when you shut off the compressor. You hear the bubbles like falling down or something. Well, I can't believe that worked. The compressor kicks on, the fridge cools down, and then the compressor kicks off. So there's the Pearson valve with its cap back on, and I took the gauge off. The thing's cooling properly. I just kept adding more and more gas in small increments. Eventually the compressor started turning off by itself instead of running infinitely. Yeah, as far as I could tell, this thing's up and running now. Camera doesn't want to focus. So this is the fridge. It's cooling now. As you can see. As you can also see, what do you call that, LCD screen? I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. It's missing some pixels, so I was searching that up. It is possible to fix it. Usually it's not the screen that's messed up, but actually the connector that connects the screen to the PCB. That might be a future project, but for now, the fridge cools.